Not many people know that this bustling road, known as Bogor Street in Medan City, was once named Tjong Yong Hian Street during the Dutch occupation in the early 20th century. So who was Tjong Yong Hian, and why was he commemorated in a street name a century ago? This is a story about an extraordinary man, a noble merchant who played a vital role in transforming a small harbor village to one of the country's largest cities, a humanitarian who has touched thousands through his philanthropic work. He is Tjong Yong Hian. Tjong Yong Hian was born in 1850 to a Hakka family in the town of Meixian in southern China. He was the second child and had 7 siblings. Due to difficult times in China, he was forced to stop schooling after receiving several years of Chinese education. He had to help his father by selling groceries in the market to make ends meet. As a spirited and ambitious young man, Tjong Yong Hian could not see a bright future in his hometown. He decided to venture out to seek better opportunities elsewhere. He said to his father, "As a man, since I cannot take the imperial exams to become respected gentry, then I have a mind to go to the ends of the world to seek my fortune." Possessing a strong will, he obtained his father's consent. In 1867, the 17-year-old Tjong Yong Hian boarded a ship bound for the East Indies. After 20 days crossing the South China Sea, he finally landed in Batavia. During his 3 years in Batavia, Tjong Yong Hian worked for a merchant named Chong Fat Tse. He built a strong work ethic based on trust, hard work, and respect. Chong Fat Tse became very impressed by his dependability and trusted many of his work matters to Tjong Yong Hian. At the age of 20, Tjong Yong Hian decided to leave Batavia for a little-known harbor town in North Sumatra known as Tanah Deli. Here he saw a land full of hope and big opportunities. He decided to start his trading company there. Aside from his main trading business, Tjong Yong Hian also invested in various plantations such as sugarcane, tobacco, rubber, and other agricultural products. In 1878, by the age of 28, Tjong Yong Hian had made a name for himself as a notable businessman. With the rapid growth of his business, he invited his younger sibling, Tjong Yong Hian, or also known as Tjong Afi, to come to Tanah Deli to help him. Possessing a similar business acumen, his brother, Tjong Afi, also became a successful businessman within a short time. With the help of his younger brother, Tjong Yong Hian's business soon flourished at a fast pace. Other than plantations, the Tjong brothers also had a penchant for real estate. With the help of other Chinese businessmen, they successfully built a business district that is famously known as Kesawan. Even though they had amassed wealth and prominence, the Tjong brothers were always ethical and had respect for all races and religions in Tanah Deli. The Tjong brothers' philanthropic efforts should not be overlooked.
Tjong bersaudara juga terkenal sebagai tokoh yang dermawan dan gemar beramal. Mereka kontribusi melalui kegiatan sosial dan budaya.
The brothers hoped for people to worship the right religious practices. Therefore, They willingly gave large sums of donations for the building of various places of worship. During the Dutch occupation, the people were levied with huge amounts of taxes. Using their influence as community leaders, the Tjong brothers voiced out their concerns, and the taxes were subsequently reduced. The brothers also successfully convinced the local authorities to provide proper final resting places for the deceased. The Tjong brothers gave donations for the building of the Jeon Hospital. This place provided shelter and free medication for the homeless and the poor, regardless of their race. They also built a hospital in Balawan for lepers as an effort to contain the contagious disease, leprosy. Their concern about education had prompted them to donate to a Dutch school and a local girls' school. In 1908 to 1909, they founded a primary school called Dun Pen. With his thoughtful and diplomatic traits, Tjong Yong Hian settled many disputes between the Chinese and the Malays. The Dutch East Indies authorities acknowledged the many outstanding contributions by Tjong Yong Hian. Consequently, Tjong Yong Hian was appointed major in 1898. The road, Major Straat, was renamed Tjong Yong Hian Street in recognition of his contributions. Tjong Yong Hian's contributions reached beyond the borders of Indonesia. He became a vice consul for 2 years in Penang, Malaysia. At the time, Penang was still under British occupation and did not have a consul. All diplomatic matters were handled by the vice consul, Tjong Yong Hian. His contributions to the development of the island of Penang made him a well-respected figure in the local Chinese community. He was also one of the 5 original sponsors for the construction of the renowned Kat Lok Si Temple. One of Tjong Yong Hian's most daring investments is the Chao San Railway that connects Chao Chao to Swa Tao. This was a pioneer project spearheaded by overseas Chinese. At the time, Chong Fat-se, head of construction, Guangdong Railway, invited the Tjong brothers to discuss the plans for this railway. The railroad was 42.1 kilometers long. Aside from commuting passengers, the railway played an important part in transporting thousands of tons of goods and produce between the towns every year. As a token of appreciation for his charitable and cultural contributions to China, for his 53rd birthday, the Qing dynasty's Empress Dowager Cixi sent gifts. Among them were a calligraphic scroll with the word shou, that means longevity, and a painting of peonies. Tjong Yong Hian passed away on 11th September 1911 at the age of 61. The funeral and burial was attended by thousands of mourners from all races. Thousands of people gathered on the streets between his home at Kasawan to his final resting place in Maorong Garden in Kejaksaan Street. Thousands had come to witness the ceremony and to bid him a final farewell. Friends, relatives, and fellow government officials came to offer their condolences for the passing of a beloved Chinese leader who had played a big part in advocating racial harmony. A businessman who developed Tana Delhi into a prosperous city. A benevolent man who has helped the less fortunate, built schools, hospitals, and various places of worship. A man who fully deserved a grand farewell. After Tjong Yong Hian passed away, his eldest son, Chang Pu-ching, was in line to continue his father's business and philanthropic legacy. The Chong-li Trading Company was managed by Chang Pu-ching. Following in the footsteps of his father, Chang Pu-ching spent considerable time and effort helping the less fortunate. As a consul and consul general of China in Sumatra between 1916 and 1929, he also built a school, developed businesses, and donated large sums to charitable events. As a result, he received many awards and accolades from local authorities and government officials. As he was fluent in Dutch and Malay, Chang Pu-ching also developed strong relationships with Dutch officials and the Sultan of Delhi. From 1914 to 1916, under the behest of his beloved mother and uncle, Chang Pu-ching and his brothers built a bridge over the Babura River to commemorate their late father, Tjong Yong Hian. The bridge was named the Virtuous Bridge.
Untuk mengenang karya-karya Mayor Tjong Yong Hian dan Chang Pu-ching, maka didirikanlah Galeri Tjong Yong Hian pada tahun 2011, bertepatan dengan 100 tahun wafatnya Tjong Yong Hian pada tahun 1911.
The Tjong Yong Hian Gallery in Kejaksaan Street, near Tjong Yong Hian's resting place, was set up in 2011 to display historical evidence about Tjong Yong Hian's life and his contributions to society. Tjong Yong Hian's philanthropy continues through his great-grandson, Buddhiharjo Chandra. He built a school named Palita Primary School, which was inaugurated at the end of 2012. He has been giving scholarships annually since 2010 to students in Tanjung Morawa. He has also been distributing New Year hampers to the needy since 2007 and contributes to the building and renovation of places of worship. In 2000, along with the Sumatra Heritage Trust, Mr. Buddhiharjo Chandra initiated a restoration to the Virtuous Bridge. As the bridge had played an important part in the transportation in Medan and is a local symbol of racial harmony, it received the UNESCO Award of Merit for Cultural Heritage Conservation in 2003. On 30th October 2012, a seminar entitled remembering the 100 years of Tjong Yong Hian's passing, was held and attended by historians and academics, prominent figures and representatives of the local parliament. The event received a wide coverage from various newspapers and was also televised. The seminar, which was organized by the University of North Sumatra's Department of Culture, focused on Tjong Yong Hian's life story, his contributions to society, the historical development of Medan and its surroundings. Tjong Yong Hian is an exemplary role model for Medanese today.
Beliau adalah tokoh Tionghoa yang berinspirasi memajukan bangsa dan negara, khususnya warga kota Medan.
Beliau ini telah banyak berperan dalam rangka pembangunan kota Medan, baik dari segi kebudayaan maupun dari segi yang lain yang bersifat sosialnya, itu yang penting.
Tokoh seperti Tjong Yong Hian ini adalah tokoh yang berada di garis terdepan di dalam mementingkan kepentingan umum. Kita melihat bagaimana dia menyumbang banyak rumah ibadah, banyak menyumbang masyarakat miskin, dan ikut menentukan masa depan kota Medan yang indah saat ini. Mudah-mudahan ini menjadi milestone untuk membangun bangsa Indonesia yang lebih baik di masa mendatang.
Tujuan diceritakan sejarah leluhur supaya para generasi muda selalu memperjuangkan apa yang telah dicapai dan semangat ini terus tetap terpelihara dan hasilnya dapat dinikmati selamanya, terutama oleh anak cucu kita. Ini merupakan cita-cita dari kakek buyut Tjong Yong Hian.